Yo, what's up? Happy Monday morning. Cameron Lowe here. So, I got another really helpful tip for you here on text closing and being effective at closing deals over text. Now, people are asking me, when they're talking to people through the DM, they'll come to me with questions regarding what they may be doing wrong in terms of what they're saying to these people that's basically causing them to either go cold or not buy or whatever it might be. And sure, the skills help, being good at closing people helps, but above all, the thing that I think most people are really struggling with is that they have one-itis. Just simply put, I'm going to make this as simple as possible for you because let me put it this way. There are a lot of people that I talk to because I sell a lot of shit, but there's also a lot of people that I talk to that I don't sell to, that don't end up buying, but I'm not really focused on those people. I don't really give a shit because I'm always talking to so many people that I'm never concerned about, I'm never getting hung up on one person and whether or not they reply or whether or not they execute. Because like I said, it's not like I am trying to get people to buy. I really want you to wrap your head around this, because the thing that'll make you effective at text closing is getting good at putting the ball in their court and not coming off thirsty like you need them to buy. I send out a lot of links. A lot of people buy, but a lot of people don't. But if they don't buy, I have to make sure that they already told themselves that they need this shit. And if they don't do it, then they are basically telling themselves that they're just pussies. That's basically how it goes. So, with that said, the one thing that you are probably struggling with more than the actual skills and what you were saying specifically and all the details, the thing that matters more than that is that you're just not talking to enough people. You need to be talking to people a lot, a shit ton of people, and that will, basically take you out of the one-itis mindset where you're not going to be focused on all of the people that don't buy. Because when you get super focused on whether or not someone buys, and if they don't buy, if someone goes cold on you and you have to try to figure out how to rebuttal from that, which you should never do, with the time that you are putting into stressing about one person, you should be reaching out to more people, because if you get super hung up on one person, then that energy is going to be carried onto the other people that you talk to, which is negative, and more people just will be completely repelling from you, if that makes sense. Because nobody likes a person who's thirsty. No one will be your friend, and no one will sure as fuck buy from you. So I just want you to keep that in mind. Again, it's about putting the ball in their court. Alright, getting them to say to themselves that they need the product, and once you basically give the offer, if they don't execute, then it is on them. Okay, I have people texting me all the time saying that they just hey, I just bought this 200 or 100 a month or 500 a month, or whatever it is. People are always texting me saying that they bought when I had sent them the link a while ago, because I leave them thinking that if I don't buy, they're thinking this. They're okay, this is awesome, I need this. But if I don't do it, then I'm a pussy. This is what I need. So I hope that makes sense. I just really wanted to make that clear, because above, greater than all of the skills that you might think that you're lacking in terms of getting people to buy or not, you are more likely just stressing too hard about each person and getting hung up on whether or not one person buys from you. Okay? And like I said, it's not you will have to deal with this, especially when you are getting clients, because the reason why I don't deal with this, why I don't have one-itis, why I don't give a fuck whether someone buys or not, is because I'm good at getting people to come into my DM or my client's DM, and we basically we always have people to talk to. But if you're trying to get your first client, then you're gonna have to be reaching out to people. Don't say that you have a fucking problem closing people if you're not reaching out to maybe 50 to 100 people per day, because I swear to God, I'm not religious, but you fucking, dude, if you reach out to, let's say you reach out to 50 people a day, I guarantee you, if you actually do that and take action, you will not have this problem, thinking about why you're not closing people, okay? The problem is that you're not talking to enough people and you're getting into your head. You're getting in your head and you're basically creating this like bullshit, this bullshit idea that you can't close a deal over text. You can close a deal over text. You're just not talking to enough people. I talk to so many fucking people that I don't give a fuck who buys or who doesn't. So I hope that clears everything up. Of course, yes, it does count. It definitely does matter, for you to have the skills in terms of, closing people. But if you're watching my videos and you are consuming this information and you are, actually reaching out to people and doing this stuff, then you shouldn't have a problem. Like, it's just a lot of trial and error. Like, I'm getting really good at it because I'm talking to so many fucking people all the fucking time. And if you're not talking to people, then it's not like you're not skilled, it's just that you're not talking to enough people, if that makes sense. So talk to more people. Once you get a client, that's going to be your biggest hurdle, no doubt. But once you get the client, then it's going to be pretty much game over and you'll be able to close a lot more easily that way. Because then you're basically adopting their credibility and their status, and it's not a question of whether or not your client or the influencer has value to bring to the table. People already know that. You just have to do what I say in these videos to get people to buy. But yeah, I mean, I totally know how it is, especially if you're someone who is stressed about money. If you really need money, it's really difficult, because I've been in that situation where you shouldn't act thirsty, but you are thirsty. Like you are just, that's what you are right now, is thirsty, because you're not having money coming in and you really need that shit. I know how it is. So it's very difficult for me to tell you exactly what to do, but you just need to keep taking massive action and reaching out to people like vigorously and just keep doing that shit until you land a client. Because most people, they sit back and they trick themselves into thinking that they're taking massive action, but they're actually not. And they are basically lying to themselves in that they think that they can't close a deal or that they can't get a client, when really they're just not taking enough action and reaching out to many people. It's like it's gonna take some fucking work for sure. You're going to have to just like deal with that and do that. It's just the realest way that I'll ever put it for you. Like, I'm not gonna give you some shit that you need. It's easy, yes, once you get the client, but it's going to be a struggle to probably get a client. And you're just gonna have to keep taking action, okay? So just remember this. It's not because, if you're not closing someone, it's not because you are not skilled. It has nothing to do with that. You have all the if you're watching my videos and you're taking in this information and you're applying this information, it is not that you're not skilled, okay? It is a lot easier than you think. You are just not reaching out to a lot of people and you're lying to yourself. You're putting these shitty ideas, these fucked up ideas in your head about how you're not good, and you are. So keep that in mind. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If this makes sense, give me a thumbs up. And I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. If you have any questions or anything like that, put them in the comments. And yeah, guys, so you rock. Keep crushing it, fucking reaching out to people. All right, take massive action. Don't sit on your ass. Don't stop lying to yourself and creating these false beliefs. And try to reach out to so many fucking people that you cannot have one-itis, because one-itis will fucking break you, and it is what most people they have one-itis. Most people have that shit, and that's why they're just going nowhere, because they get too consumed in the idea that they're basically talking to one person and they need to try to rebuttal with one person. Okay, if you're ever thinking about one person, like if they're ever taking like more than fucking 10 minutes of your time, just thinking about like what to say to them, then you're not reaching out to enough people. So keep that in mind, guys. See you again tomorrow. Peace.